if you see the next topic, that is maximum usable frequency. So what is maximum usable frequency here is, so from the definition, that is the maximum frequency at which the wave returns from the ionosphere other than the vertical incident. So just now we say that whenever your incident on the ionosphere vertically, so it will come back, that is called as a critical frequency. But if you go for the maximum usable frequency, at what particular frequency it will be come down from the ionosphere, at that particular frequency only you can say that the maximum usable frequency. So if you see the maximum usable frequency, it is always less than our FC only. FC means critical frequency. Now here I am going to derive the what is the relationship between our critical frequency and maximum usable frequency. So now if pi I or theta I is the angle of incident and pi r is the angle of refraction. So from the Snell's law we know that n is equal to sin pi I by sin pi r. So now the vertical maximum incident is exactly pi r. Suppose the pi r is equal to 90 degrees. So refraction. So now what is the basic fundamental phenomena is exist in this is, suppose there is an ionosphere like this, there is an earth surface like this. So now I am going to incident from my transmitter section. Suppose there is a transmitting antenna is like this. So now if suppose it may be a reflected, so first time the wave is reflected like this. If what I am doing is keep on increasing the frequency, so that means the second time whenever frequency is increasing, wave may become like this. Third time wave may be like this. The fifth time or fourth time the wave may be refracted. It will not reflected. So at that particular case what will happen? At what frequency you are going to get back your original signal to the receiver section? That maximum frequency you can name it as an maximum usable frequency. Now what will happen here is, the angle of incident we know that it should be always greater than the FC only, but here the maximum angle you can get it from this one is 90 degrees with the norm of this one. So the maximum refraction it will be given as 90 degrees only, it will never beyond that. So that is why I just taken the maximum value of pi r should be a 90 degrees whenever it is not reflected back. So now I am just taking that one. So sin 90 degrees, we know that sin 90 is 1. So n is equal to square root of 1 minus 81 n max by f MUF. That means I just replaced our frequency as a maximum usual frequency. This is not critical frequency. Why? Because I am not incidenting vertically. So that is why. So I just frequency I name it as a maximum usual frequency. So now if the square root will come, it will go square. So square is equal to 1 minus 81 n max by f maximum usable frequency of this. Now so sine square is like this, so 1 will come like this. So 1 minus sine square is given as n cos square theta. So fc square MUF is equal to cos square theta. So here I know that 81 into n max is equal to fc square. So that is why I just substituted there. So fc square by fMUF whole square is equal to cos square theta. So fMU whole square is equal to fc square by cos square theta. So now all squares are will get cancelled. So finally we will get the answer is f max is equal to fc into secant theta. Why 1 by cos theta? I can just take it as in secant theta. So now this is the relation between maximum usable frequency to the critical frequency. There is an angle of incident with the secant. So that's why I just take it as an secant law. Okay. So in the previous lecture we discussed about the what is maximum usable frequency. So that is the frequency at which you are exactly getting our reflection from our ionosphere. So now we are going to discuss what is the derivation of the expression of maximum usable frequency for the flat earth. So let us assume there is a flat earth is like this. So this is our earth surface. So now here my assumption is this is a flat surface. So that is why I am taking this is a flat earth. So now I am considering our ionosphere region is like this. somewhere. So it is whenever you are thinking that your earth surface is the very flat, then automatically our ionosphere also in that region only you can assume that it is also in flat. So now, and also I am considering this ionization layer with the very gradient of density is very small. Ionization density is very small. That means what? It is easily can reflect the waves. So that is why, suppose here I am at this position. So suppose I am considering there is a position K. So from this I am going to transmit my signal. So now the signal is transmitted like this. It will reach to the some particular point over here. So now I consider this point is L. Okay. So now, so whenever I assumed that this is a flat and also it is an easily very gradient of the ionization density is very small, so that's why it can be easily reflect back. So that means the waveform is reflect back like this. So now here there is in K, L, M, this point I taken as an M. So now, so if you see here, I am just on the earth surface. So here I am taking the middle point, I can treat it as an O. So let us assume from transmitter to the receiver, the total distance I consider as an D. So now here there is a transmitter section, here there is an receiver section. So here transmitting the signal and reflected back and will goes to the M point. So now I can say that this is our angle of reflection. So I can take pi I. This is, I can take it as an angle of refraction. Sorry, this is angle of incident. This is angle of refraction. So now this is incident angle, this is reflection angle. So that's why from the Snell's law we have already our relation. Okay, so the refractive index is inversely proportional to the sine of the angle. Okay, but before going to that, so the total distance is D. So now half distance definitely it is equal to D by 2. So here also D by 2. So now, so from this triangle, so what I can write is, we all know that this is 90 degrees angle absolutely. So now I am writing from that angle. So from the triangle, what is this? KOL. So this is a right angle triangle. I can write that the cos pi value, the cos pi I value. So cos pi I means this is an adjacent side. So this is the adjacent side. So now I am assuming that this is at the height of H. Suppose from the ground it is having at a height of H. So this is the length of the from O to L. I can say that it is an H, that is in our adjacent side, by, so what we required, there is an hypotenuse. This is an hypotenuse. So from here to here height is H. This is D by 2. What is the height of this one? There is an side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. So that's why my answer is H square plus D square by 4. This is the length of the entire hypotenuse. So now the length is given as here H square plus D square by 4. D square by 4. So this is what cos pi I. So this is from the triangle. But what we learned in the previous case, that is where we are getting the maximum usable frequency. So from that concept what we derived is that cos pi. So this is from the definition of maximum usable frequency. The cos pi I is given as simply it is in ratio of, there is in ratio of critical angle to the angle, the MUF. That means here we are taking, this is from the our definition of the MUF. So we already derived it. So but this is from the angle, this is from the triangle. So now here also incident angle, here also incident angle. So I can equate both. So now in this how I can write equate both means, so now I can write H by square root of H square plus D square by 4. It should be equal to FCR by F maximum usable frequency. So now I can write this is H, this is also H. So now we can write that. So both are we are equating. So now here I am writing H and I am taking the LCM here. So this is equal to D square plus 4H square. So by 2 will go up 2H. It should be equal to FCR by FMUF. So that is maximum usable frequency. The CR is critical frequency. So from this I can write what is my FMUF. So now I am writing FMUF is equal to FCR. It will go up. So that means square root of D square by 4H square by 2H. So now if you wanna keep this is an inside, so what will happen is simply this will becomes 4 and H square. So that means FCR is into square root of, so 4H square, this also go inside 4H square only, that means plus 1, but here this will becomes D by 2H whole square. So now the entire maximum usable frequency is given by the formula for the flat earth surface is denoted by FCR is multiplied with 1 plus D by 2H whole square. So this is what exactly expression for the flat earth surface. So if you see the second example, so the radio communication is desired between two places with 1000 kilometers as a distance of separation. So that means what? Here there is a communication from the transmitter to receiver. The distance between these two is given as 1000 kilometers. So now the communication is desired via an isotropic layer at a height of 400 kilometers. So that means what? There is an ionospheric layer like this. The wave is transmitting like this and reflected back to this one. So at a height of, that means what? What H is given as 400 kilometers. Now surface of the frequency, okay, the earth surface, if the frequency at the transmitter is varied beyond certain frequency, then the strength of the received signal becomes negligible. That means the transmitted signal frequencies keep on increasing. So when what will happen is, at a certain frequency level, your whatever received signal is completely zero. That means it is a negligible. So when you say that the received signal is completely zero, that means the transmitted wave is not reflected. So rather than it is escaped to the ionospheric layer only, it is not reflected back. So that frequency we already studied. At what frequency we will get the maximum usable frequency to get back the signal, you name it as an maximum usable frequency. But now he is indirectly conveying the message to us. So this is then at what condition it is going to be escaping into the ionosphere layer, that frequency is given as maximum usable frequency. So he wanna find out what is maximum, calculate the frequency if the critical frequency is given. So what finally given is critical frequency FCR is given as 11 megahertz, and also the distance is given for 1000 kilometers, and also the height is given only 400 kilometers. So now we know that what is the formula for this to calculate the maximum usable frequency. So that the maximum usable frequency, the relation is given as the frequency of maximum usable frequency is given to the critical frequency is multiplied with 1 plus D by 2H whole square. So that is what formula we derived. So now this is the critical frequency. So now if you substitute the all values, what is the FCR? That is 11 into 10 to the power of 6 megahertz, and is multiplied with, so 1 plus, so what is the D? D is the distance, it is given as 1000 kilometers, so that means into 10 cube, and the 2 into H, H is the 400 kilometers and whole square. So now just if you substitute this one, we will get the answer as in 17.608 megahertz. So that means what is the maximum usable frequency is 17.608 megahertz. If you are increasing about that, so your wave is not reflected back, it will be escape. So now if you see the next example, so there is a calculate the critical frequency of the E layer if its average density is 10 to the power of 11 per cubic meter. So now I am just taking this is n is equal to 10 to the power of 11 per cubic meter, that means meter cube, and calculate what is the MUF if the angle of incidence, that means the pi I is given as 20 degrees. So what we have to calculate? First we have to calculate what is the maximum usable frequency. So we have the relation with maximum usable frequency to the critical frequency. It is equal to FMUF is equal to FCR into secant of pi I. But here we don't know what is critical frequency. So for that purpose, first we have to calculate what is critical frequency. So now the critical frequency is given as, we have the direct formula, that is 81 into n max. So the maximum usable means it will be, take it as n max only. So now n max is equal to 10 to the power of 11. So now just substitute in this one, 81 into 10 to the power of 11 per meter cube. If you just calculate this one, it will given as 2.846 megahertz. So now this is the critical frequency. So now what is critical frequency? Just substitute here. So 2.846 megahertz means 10 to the power of 6 into secant of 20 degrees. So just put this secant 20 degrees angle value and just multiply this one. Now we will get the answer is 3.0286 megahertz. So now this is our value of maximum usable frequency. Now, so if you see the problem, a communication link is established between two stations which are 1500 kilometers apart. The maximum usable frequency chosen is, that means what? The maximum usable frequency is given as 37.95 megahertz. For a thin ionospheric at a height of 250 kilometers, that means what? Here there is an earth surface and there is an ionosphere layer like this. So there is a transmitter section, there is a reflection like this. So now thin ionospheric layer at a height of 250 kilometers, that means what? From here to here there is an 250 kilometers height, and calculate the critical frequency in megahertz if the earth is assumed to be flat. That means what? The earth surface is flat surface. So now what we have to calculate? What is critical frequency? So now we have the maximum usable frequency in your hand, and also the distance from the transmitter to the receiver is given as 1500 kilometers, and the height is also given 250 kilometers. So we already derived the expression for the maximum usable frequency. So that is simply equal to the critical frequency is multiplied with 1 by d by 2h whole square. So here the d is this one and the h is equal to this one. So now if you just substitute the all values, so what is MUF is given as 37.95 megahertz. So 10 to the power of 6. So FCR only we have to calculate and substitute 1 plus what is the d value? D is 1500 kilometers. So that means 10 cube by 2 into this is 250 kilometers. So 250 into 10 cube whole square. So if you just simplify these all values, and you will get that FCR is exactly equal to the 12 megahertz. That means the critical frequency is given as 12 megahertz. So if you see the example, so for a flat earth surface, assume that at 400 kilometers reflection takes place. That means what? From the flat earth surface there is a reflection at a height of 400 kilometers. Suppose, so if it is like this, what is the height of this one is given? The height is given 400 kilometers. So the maximum density of ionosphere, the corresponding to a refractive index of 0.9 at 10 megahertz. That means what? So what he given in this is the refractive index is 0.9 at a frequency of 10 megahertz. Frequency of 10 megahertz. So now what is the calculate the range for which the maximum usable frequency is this one. That means at what value of the distance, the range means this is in skip distance. So we have to calculate how much range you use it to get this much of maximum usable frequency. But here he given that n, and also you want to calculate what is the maximum density of ionosphere. That means what? N max we have to calculate. So now we have the formula for the refractive index. It is exactly equal to square root of 1 minus 81 n max by f square. So now this is what refractive index, n max and f. So we know that what is f frequency is given, and n max we have to calculate. So just substitute all the values. This is 0.9 and square root of 1 minus 81 into n max by, so f is equal to how much he given? 10 megahertz, 10 to the power of 6 whole square. So just taking the squaring on both sides, so what we can get from this is, so 0.9 whole square, and this will come this side and this will come this side. So then obviously 1 minus, so 81 n max by, it will given as 10 into 10 to the power of 6 whole square. So now just take it this side. So n 81 n max is equal to 1 minus 0.9 whole square. It is also multiplied by 10 into 10 to the power of 6 whole square by 81. So that is got given as n max. So now if you just simplify this one, you will get the answer as n 4.84322 into 10 to the power of 5 cubic meter. That means per meter cube. So this is what we got it for the n max. What is the, he asked about the what is the maximum density of ionosphere. So now the n max is we calculated. So now what we have to calculate, our aim is to calculate d. So if you want a d, before going to this, we have to calculate our critical frequency. Why? Because the final expression is includes the critical frequency. So that's why the next step we have to calculate what is critical frequency. So now to find out the critical frequency is simply given as square root of 81 into n max. So what is n max? Just now we calculated. Just if you substitute within this n max, so that means 81 into 4.84322 into 10 to the power of 5 per meter cube. So now we will get the answer as n 4.3588 megahertz. So that is what our critical frequency. So now after calculating frequency, he given that what is MUF is given, and what is the relation between D and H, we know it. So now I am using my final formula is maximum usable frequency should be equal to the critical frequency is multiplied with 1 plus D by 2H whole square. So this is what our expression. From this what we required, what is D. So now just we are going to calculate what is D. So before going to D, I want to simplify this expression in terms of D only. So now from this expression I am simply writing, so 1 plus D by 2H whole square is equal to, I am simply taking this side, MUF by FCR whole square. So from this again I can get it. So D by 2H whole square is equal to MUF by FCR whole square minus 1. So again from this I can get it. So here this D by 2H whole square means square root of MUF by FCR whole square minus 1. So I need the D. So sometimes you can calculate this is a skip distance. So the skip distance finally you can calculate 2h into square root of FMUF by FCR whole square minus 1. So now just substitute the all values what we got here. So now then we will get our what is the skip distance. So now skip distance D skip is equal to simply 2h. What is the height? Here it is given at a height value of 400 kilometers. So that means 400 into 10 cube and square root of, so what is the MUF is given? 10 into 10 to the power of 6 hedges, and FCR is we calculated 4.3588 into 10 to the power of 6 mega hedges whole square minus 1. So if you just simplify this expression, we will get the answer as in 1651.8 kilometers. So this is what the skip distance. At that particular distance only you can get your maximum usable frequency as in 10 megahertz.